Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming through. If you're new to my channel, my name is NnekaFriedel, aka NnekaF, and I welcome you all to my channel. So as you can tell from the title of the video, I'm going to be doing an updated makeup routine. It's going to be really quick. This is more so like it should say in the title, more of a beginner friendly type video where I just use products that I believe and that I know, at least from experience, are foolproof. And I don't know if that's the right word to say, but essentially use these products the way I use them and your makeup is always gonna just be great. It's just always gonna be flawless. I try to use as little products as possible, but I have a few things on my table. So the first thing that I'm gonna do that I normally will do is my brows. Personally, look at me getting straight into it and not doing too much chatting. Personally, I like to do my brows first. I don't really ever get my brows done anymore. I used to. I tend to just like use a razor and clean up above and below it if it gets a little crazy. Otherwise, I just let my brows live as they are. But to let you know, I am going to be using two brow pencils, which I always do. Both Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencils. I use the dark brown and the granite. So what I tend to do is the dark brown pretty much for most of my eyebrow. And then for like the tail, I use the granite. Just so it's not a noticeable gradient, but I feel like it really works for me. And it looks good when I take pictures, so that's just my thing. So dark brown, and I will do the entire dark brown, the entire brow dark brown, and then I'll just go over granite at the tail part. So I'm not really gonna record this part, or maybe I'll just record the first brow and then do the other one off camera. Hopefully you can tell the difference between my brow without brow pencil and my other brow. And it's really quick. Thankfully, the makeup trends aren't like super sculpted brows anymore. I mean, if I had to do them, then I would obviously like put concealer under. I usually wouldn't do over because that's the whole point of me cleaning up my brows, so I don't have to do above. But I would probably just like make it real sharp. I would put concealer under my brows, but I don't do that. Yeah, so this is what the brow comes out looking like with the dark brown to granite gradient. And so I'm just gonna do the other brow off camera and then we'll continue with the face. Okay, so the brows are on, I would say 3.5 minutes per brow. So we're looking at 7 minutes total, just to make sure that it looks even and they look like sisters. If not, we don't want them to look like cousins, we want them to look like at least sisters. So about 3.5 minutes. Again, it would take longer if you're really like cutting out your brow. Otherwise, the entire look most likely will be around like 15 to 20 minutes at most, 20 minutes tops. Is primer, and so I'm using my Tatcha liquid canvas primer. I don't know why I was going to put it in my palm. That doesn't make sense. Wow, that's a lot. All right, so next is my foundation, and I'm going in with my favorite foundation ever. I will always recommend to any and everyone who is willing to listen. My NARS, now I forgot what it's called, right? My Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in Namibia, which is Deep 4. And so what I always do is I spray my beauty blender with my setting spray. And then I apply the foundation to the Beauty Blender. And then I was gonna say palpate, and I know that wasn't the right word. I just apply the foundation. I didn't post a video. I just really was feeling unwell. Like, I realized the last few weeks, like on the weekends, which is, you know, for the most part, that's when I have time to myself, and not even barely at all. But I just been not feeling well. Not gonna get too much into it, but it just is annoying. Cause like that's the time, like when I do have time, that's when I can clean my apartment. You know, just like put things together on the weekends and reset, and like just not feeling well has been messing things up. This is such a good foundation, and it's so good. All right, so for concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Pat McGrath Labs Concealer, the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer, and I'm gonna go in with MD27. Not saying I don't still love my NARS concealer, of course I do, but this, it hits, okay? I love this, and this is why this is part of my updated. I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute, let it dry down a little bit because it is so thick, and then it just blends beautifully. I still, like every time I do something with my Beauty Blender, I just add a little bit more setting spray. It's just what I do. Okay, let's do it. Sometimes when this happens and I feel like I put on too much concealer, which I can just blend this out, I tend to just put it on my eyelids as well, because for a basic everyday look, I'm just gonna put contour on my eyes anyway. So it doesn't hurt to just distribute some of it to the eyelids. Okay, so now that my face is blended and I blended out the concealer, the next thing that I normally would do is go in with my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation to set under my eyes. Don't judge if you can see, like I definitely dug it out with the back of my brush because it was doing something weird. Like I kept using my Beauty Blender to dip in it, and my Beauty Blender is wet. So it just like got this like weird thing on top of it. So I just went in and dug it out. Either way, this stuff is so good. And I think it just, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you what shade this was in. Y425. And this does the job under my eyes. All right, so before I put on my blush, I tend to like to do my contour. So this might not be the same contour you think I'm gonna use. I'm gonna be going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Sunkissed Glow Bronzer in the Deep, which is the darkest shade. And that's what it looks like. And so I'm gonna be going in with this to contour. I know it looks like I barely touched it, but that's just what it looked like. And then I just go in with like a denser brush, and it does the job. And I just dip in a little bit, just add a little contour to the nose. Sometimes it's more than it needs to be, and then I gotta clean that up. Okay, yeah, sometimes it's more than it needs to be. for blush, and I use the same blush all the time. It is the Pat McGrath blush, Skin Fetish Divine Blush in Paradise Venus. And this is like, for me, it's my perfect like everyday shade. Like I could put on as much as or as little and it'll still not be obnoxious. So, oh my. Before I do lashes, I'm gonna just go in with my highlighter. I'm going back to highlighter, just not that much. And I'm just gonna add a little bit to the tops of my cheeks. This is my favorite highlighter because it really does give a glow from within. You see that? It really does give a glow from within, and I don't have to add too much. So I'm gonna add some eyeliner. This is my all-time favorite eyeliner. This is the Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes Matte Liquid Eyeliner. This is everything. And if you're in a rush, this is definitely the eyeliner you go for because it does it in a jiffy. I don't know what it is. I don't know how she designed it. Shout out to Selena Gomez. I don't know how she designed it, but it does the job. While my lashes are drying, we're just gonna finish up everything else. I'm getting glue everywhere. Just know that if I was doing this without recording and, you know, stopping, whatever, then this literally would take 20 minutes. Like if I really had somewhere to go, I could just do this look and I'd be ready to go, and that's it. I'm gonna add my favorite mascara, which is the Buxom Blackest Black. Yeah, just the Buxom mascara, not the waterproof one. Like, look at the brush. I hope you can see it. It really is a good brush. I don't have many lashes, but the lashes I do have, it gets them. Lastly, it's the lip, and this is like my favorite everyday combination. My Sephora eyeliner in matte brown black. Let me just, there we go. My Sephora eyeliner in matte brown black, and then we just do a gloss. Going in with my Buxom gloss in Hot Toddy. This is the full-on plumping lip cream in Hot Toddy. And this is definitely a My Lips But Better type of lip gloss, but I love, love, love it. Reminds me of the good old days when I would wear gloss outside. I definitely like to wear gloss in the house until I feel comfortable wearing outside, but for the most part, I'm still wearing my mask. Life is already too short, okay? This is just like an everyday type of look where your skin is still gonna look flawless. It's really all about the skin. You don't have to just throw it on. You can do makeup within 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and it still be solid, flawless. And hopefully you think that this is what I did, because I think my skin looks really good. And this is what I would do if like I all of a sudden am invited somewhere and I really do want to go, and you know, I want to wear makeup because my outfit like requires makeup. This is something that I would go to. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. This is just a basic everyday look, and If you try any of the products and you really like them, even if you don't like them, comment down below, let me know. This is just the products. These are the products that work for me. And these are products I like to put together personally. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. And if you did, please do not forget to thumbs this video up and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already subscribed. And it is the beginning of the week, so if no one has told you already, I am rooting for you. I hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.